Yes, welcome back. I believe you have seen this clip.
Just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
I will play this video so you can see exactly why he is talking here. All parents, they need to watch out. You'll be surprised to see the kind of behavior Northwest is already developing. Reason I have said this: don't allow your kid on TikTok unless they are up to a certain age. This is just in relation to a video I did about Dylan, which I will play on this clip so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. You can see it yourself. This is not. Just imagine if you allow these children to proceed with this, within a certain age, you will not even believe what they have become. I did this video yesterday. I don't know if you have seen this. Just take a look at this.
Taken steps forward this year. It feels like society has taken 100 steps backwards, and we are so in the thick of it. And I kept thinking that all this transphobia and anti-trans legislation was just gonna go away, and that it was like Voldemort's last dying breath, like, I hate trans people! And then it would end, but it's actually gotten stronger. And we have kids being forced to detransition, drag is getting banned, but the most shocking part is that,
like you can see up here, this is a biological male advertising tampons. I want to ask, is it right for a transgender person to advertise tampons?
7 of being a girl, and we haven't caught up in a while. So much happening this week, a lot of positive things, but it feels a little odd to sit back and celebrate trans joy when there's so much hurt and hatred in the trans community right now. And while I've taken steps forward this year, it feels like society has taken 100 steps backwards, and we are so in the thick of it. And I kept thinking that all this transphobia and anti-trans legislation was just gonna go away, and that it was like Voldemort's breath, like, I hate all, and then it would end, but it's actually gotten stronger. And we have kids being forced to detransition, drag is getting banned, but the most shocking part is that they are now saying that trans people are child predators. And I don't know about you, but to me, that is one of the most serious accusations someone can make. And yet it's being thrown around so lightly for an entire group of people. Like, hello? I see these comments on my posts that are like, stay away from my kid, you're a guile. And I can't even believe I have to say this right now. I don't want to be friends with your children. If they enjoy my content, then great. But if you need to block me, then so be it. But those comments and labels, it makes me feel sick to my stomach, and it breaks my heart. Like, how did we get here?
A very good question. How did we get here? Dalan is seeking for answers. Now, when you take a look at what is happening, and he has actually mentioned a lot of things, on this short video. These are things that a lot of people are saying every single day. I believe you cannot just get up, you start calling this person child predator, pedo. You cannot just get up one day, you are doing that. Maybe the person is a victim. That is a question Dylan need to ask himself. It is not like people like to talk. They have experienced something before they come on public, to say this. If they say, stay away from my children, maybe they have experienced you coming closer to their children, or they have seen that the kind of doctrine that you're giving out to these children is not okay. That is the reason.
Those comments and labels, like, it makes me feel sick to my stomach and it breaks my heart. Like, how did we get here? And if your kid comes to you and says, oh, I want to be like Dylan Mulvaney, plot twist, that might not mean that they're trans. That just might mean that they want to make people laugh or wear pink or try new things. Or even if they do come out as trans, I'm not the reason for that. It isn't a choice. We were born this way, and some of us confront it at different times. Whew, I'm tired, and I can only imagine how tired the folks who talk about this every day must feel. And I kept questioning why all trans people had to be activists for the community. And now I know why. It's because we don't have the luxury not to be. Like, the current state is so bad that we need all hands on deck. And these conversations still make me uncomfortable, but I'm trying. And I think if we give up on trans joy, then they will win. So I'm going to keep doing it. But if you're a trans person and my positive content just isn't landing right now, I apologize. And I really hope that we can get through this. And to the allies watching, please don't see my content as a blanket feeling for the rest of the community, because there is a lot of hurt and we need you to speak up, especially in spaces that we don't exist. Like, I think the best friends are the ones that stand up for you even when you're not in the room. And that is what I need you to be for us right now. And God, I love you. We're gonna get through this, but it's a heavy time. And I love you. I do. Okay. Bye.
You need to ask yourself, what are you doing to the society that they are questioning you a lot? I believe you will sort out the answer by yourself. When people are calling you names, don't just shout or don't just react very fast. Sit down alone and question yourself. Dylan became a transgender just recently when COVID started. Now he has become very vocal, partaking into this. So him asking questions, how did we get here? Is like somebody that has been there for about 5 to 6 years. Even transgender, they are questioning him. When you talk about this issue of kid detransitioning, you know, I believe nobody is forcing anyone. This issue we talked about, like allow a child to grow up before they take certain decisions, that is something that you need to look deep before coming on social media to ask this question. Why not just consider that that child grows up and realize this is not what I wanted, then decide to go back to himself? I have seen so many of these people even suing medical doctors that they took up a decisions, without their consent. Those are kind of questions you need to ask. I'm actually saying this, to address this issue that is surfacing, being respectful to everyone. I don't talk bad about anyone. When you are doing something that I realize that is not going well, I will address it. Reason I do this video.
manufactured culture wars. It's not about logic. It's let's make things up that enrage people, that aggrieve people, that piss people off, that make them feel oppressed, that make them feel like victims.
Fear of a loss of power?
And I'm going to make them feel that I'm going to fight for them. And Ron DeSantis is saying the same thing. And there was something, you know, the entire Republican Party, because it's happening in so many states, is taking this manufactured culture war way too far. This is, you know, this is now the train they're on, right? Let's go after transgender people. Let's go after LGBTQ. And it's going to wind up getting somebody hurt. And it needs to stop. And listen, if you are against your children...
It's a fear of a loss of power. I don't know. We've never had Caitlyn Jenner as the president. We've never had a transgender president. We've had a black president. I think that's what caused
ignorance and fear
white labs
coming for your kids. They being insert name.